Knackered after running from the fuzz. Bloke in the alley feeling the buzz. Down in me chippy, lighting a ciggy, staying on.
Right, so we're diving into Knackered today, right? This third Holes track off of Welcome to London, bruv. But we're not, like, just here to define slang.
Right.
We want to figure out, like, what this song tells us about how it feels to live in London, you know, the whole psychology of it.
I'm with you, yeah.
Ready to get into it.
Let's do it. And I think the title itself, you know, Knackered, it just hits you right away, right?
Yeah.
It sets this tone that goes way beyond just being physically tired.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like total exhaustion.
But being knackered is just the baseline state of being for a certain kind of Londoner.
Yeah. He says, endless hustle, sleep's a liar. It's almost like even resting is a struggle.
Right. And that's where I think it gets interesting because, you know, it's not every Londoner who feels this way. Actually, it makes you think about demographics. Like, Holes is zeroing in on a specific group, you know, people caught in a particular kind of grind.
It's not just where you live, but how you live in London that feeds this knackered feeling. And then he gives us all these vivid scenes, right? Like, bloke in the alley, feeling the buzz, neighbors gossip better than the telly. Is this real life, or is there some romanticizing going on here?
That's the thing. I think he is romanticizing it, but in a way that makes you question it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Those scenes sound idyllic almost, but then you remember the song is called Knackered. It makes you wonder if he's hinting at escapism or is there genuine community happening amidst all the exhaustion?
Especially with those pub scenes, you know, pubs got blokes with stories to tell.
Yeah.
It feels like this refuge from that knackered life.
That's interesting because pubs can be both, right? It makes you think about the kind of community that forms when everyone's running on fumes.
Yeah.
Is it genuine support or is it just shared survival?
And then you layer on all this slang, right? Fuzz, chippy, ciggy, jiggy, gel, tube, crib, rinsed. Like, whoa, it's a whole secret language for this knackered world.
Yeah, and slang is powerful, right? When he uses it this heavily, who is he talking to? Is it just Londoners, or is he putting up a wall for anyone outside of that world?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it makes you think about the city's identity, you know?
For sure. But just so everyone's on the same page, let's break down a few of those. Fuzz is the police. Chippy is like your fish and chip shop.
Right.
Ciggy is, well, a cigarette.
Obviously.
Jiggy means lively. Gel is a girl. Tube is the London Underground. Crib is home. And rinsed is basically, well, another word for knackered.
Exactly. Even his slang choices, like, double down on that central theme.
Right.
But it's interesting because the slang doesn't, like, soften the edges of that knackered life. It's more like it. It intensifies it.
It makes it feel more real, you know?
Yeah.
But then you have this constant back and forth and the lyrics dodging bills, ducking the cue versus those moments of connection in the pub. He never lets you forget that hustle, even when people are looking for a break.
Yeah, it makes you really think about how he uses the repetition in the song. You know, that repeated chorus and opening verse at the end.
Yeah.
It's not just a musical choice, right? It reflects something deeper about what he's trying to say.
It's like no matter what, they always get pulled back into that cycle of being knackered, you know? Is he saying it's just inevitable, like giving up? Or is it more defiant, like this is life, we deal with it?
Ooh, I like that. I think it could be both, you know? Like, there's this strange kind of acceptance, almost power in acknowledging the cycle. It's like, this is London, this is the grind, and we keep going.
So I think we've really gotten past just the surface of this song, haven't we?
Totally.
We've seen how he uses slang and these vivid images and even the structure of the song itself to paint a picture of what it feels like to live in London, at least for a certain kind of Londoner.
Exactly. It's not just being tired, it's a whole way of being.
It really makes you think.
So for everyone listening, what do you think? Does this song celebrate that hustle, or is it more of a lament? What lines really get to you, and how does it all connect to your experiences? That's what we wanted to think about.
That's the real deep dive right there. Keep those thoughts going. And we'll catch you next time.
See you later.
Knackered after running from the fuzz. Bloke in the alley feeling the buzz. Down in me chippy, lighting a ciggy. Staying on me toes, keeping it jiggy. Me mum calling about £1 or £2. Dodging bills, ducking the queue. Neighbours gossip better than the telly.